According to a recent exclusive poll made by yours truly, a lot of you bad boys seem to be interested in building on muscle mass. And guess what? Here's how to do it. Here are the top 7 exercises that you need to do to build muscles in the fastest way possible. These exercises are simple for the most part and effective. They are proven to work in EMG tests. These are tests where they measure the activity of your muscle fibers if they get activated. Now, contrary to a couple of people that you see online, frankly, I've actually coached a couple of people. I'm a certified fitness coach that has graduated as the top 2 of the entire country in 2017 and have managed 5 fitness centers for a Swiss company called BaseFit and later Fitness World. Now I'm helping vegans become fit with my online fitness coaching service Quality Gains and have since coached 100 plus vegans in 10 plus countries. But enough of me tooting my horn. First of all, I want you to realize that however great these exercises are, they won't bring you much if you don't progressively overload your exercises, meaning increasing your weight or your sets. Also remember that if you don't train regularly, they don't bring you much. So you need to train at least 2 to 3 times a week to see results. Also remember that you cannot outtrain a bad diet. If you want to build muscle, you need to be in a caloric surplus, meaning you need to eat more. If you want to lose weight, you need to be in a caloric deficit, meaning you need to eat smarter. If you want me to help you become a fit vegan in the fastest way possible, I've left a link below where you can sign up for our coaching packages. So enough introduction now, let's get into the good stuff. The first of the 7 exercises is called the Snap City Dumbbell Deadlift. Make sure you grab 2 dumbbells and bend your spine really hard in both directions. This is the fastest way to Snap City and I've borrowed this from my mentor, Frank Tufano. I'm just kidding. Number 1, the first exercise is the deadlift. This also is a more advanced exercise as you have to make sure that you keep a great posture. You want to keep your chest out during the entire movement and therefore keep your spine straight. I like the deadlift as this is an exercise that you cannot really cheat. You either can lift a certain amount with a good form or you can't. This exercise passively trains nearly your entire body. But the muscles that it works the most are your hamstrings and your lower back. This exercise is very taxing on your central nervous system as it involves a lot of muscles, so make sure that it's one of the first exercises that you do. Number 2, squats. As Arnie said, deadlifts and squats both need to be incorporated into an advanced lifting program.
Squat or deadlift?
When you say squat or deadlift, it's the same thing as saying drinking or eating. I mean, I think we need both, right? So therefore, it's a crazy question.
The squat trains your entire legs with a special focus on your quadriceps. This is the muscle in front of your thighs. You also use your lower back to some degree, especially if you have suboptimal body proportions for this movement, as I do. And on top of that, you use your upper back muscles to stabilize the movement. Again, remember to keep your spine straight and do a sitting back movement in a controlled fashion. I don't really recommend you to do both the squats and the deadlifts in one training, as both of these exercises are really taxing to your central nervous system. So if you follow a full body training program, you should have 2 training programs, like 2 full body training programs, one that starts with a squat and one that starts with a deadlift. Number 3, bench press. So the third exercise, surprise, surprise, Frank Tufano, is a bench press. This is a movement to primarily train your chest muscles and secondary train your triceps and the front part of your shoulders. This is also the movement that most new lifters do wrong. In this exercise, you need to make sure that you keep your chest out during the entire movement. You want to keep a proud position as shoulder injuries usually stem from an imbalance of muscles regarding your shoulder joint. Never, and I repeat never, move your shoulders forward during the entire movement. Keep them back on the bench. The fourth exercise is the lat pull down. It mainly trains your wide back muscles, meaning the lats, and your biceps. And I recommend this one movement even for advanced lifters. Reason being is that it decompresses your spine. An alternative for this movement is a pull-up or a pull-up with added weights. Now, why do I still recommend the lat pull down? I recommend the lat pull down because it decompresses your spine in a very controlled fashion. During our waking hours, our discs between the spine compresses. And some exercises like the squats even add to that compression. This can lead to back pain in the long term. The lat pull down, on the contrary, elongates your spine and therefore decompresses your discs and therefore to some degree your spinal cord. Due to the decompression effects, I also found this exercise to have stress minimization effects in myself and some of my clients, especially if this is performed after a long day of work. Number 5, the military press. The military press, meaning a standing shoulder press with a barbell, is the best exercise that I found to increase shoulder size. It also passively trains your triceps due to the arm extension movement. The military press is also favorable if you suffer from minimal shoulder issues. Because when you're fully extending your arms in this movement, which I recommend, the stabilization muscles of your shoulders work to keep the barbell in one place. So if you have low-level shoulder pain, this exercise is almost a must for you. Number 6, and this is the best exercise for better posture, face pulls. Truth of the matter is that you could have a great physique, but if you have slugged-in shoulders, it doesn't bring you much. Your physique doesn't look as impressive as it could be. You don't look like a fit vegan. So this exercise trains your upper back muscles and passively trains your biceps due to the bending movement of your arm. I've just recently trained a client actually where this exercise was a game changer. His name is Adam and his physique was actually extraordinarily well, but because of his stress as an entrepreneur and long work hours actually, he got a slugged in position. In his case, this position also led to headaches. So we've implemented the face pull, so this movement twice in his workout regime, meaning at the beginning because your central nervous system is not fatigued, and in the end to make him leave the gym with a great posture. So far he has seen great improvement. So Adam, if you're watching this, you're awesome. Number 7, the best exercise for your abs, the plank. So this is actually my favorite exercise for training your abs. If you look at my face in this video, you see myself flexing my abs very actively to increase the mechanical tension on my muscles, which further improves muscle growth. That's, by the way, the only reason I'm shirtless here. Am I right? According to back researchers such as Stuart McGill, there's a decent risk of injury when training your abs with a bending motion of your spine, especially over time. I therefore recommend a lot of my clients, especially with a history of back pain, to go for a passive training of their abdominals. So set the timer for about 60 seconds during that movement and actively flex your abs during that time. Number 8, and this is a bonus exercise, shrugs. I've just recently implemented dumbbell shrugs in my exercise regime, and I must say these have been a game changer. It's one of the best exercises to increase your neck size, which can improve your attractiveness and decrease the risk of brain injuries when you're doing full contact sports like boxing or American football. I'm not a big fan of rapidly bending or extending your head when it comes to training your neck, as surprise, surprise, there's no disc between the first 2 bones of your spine. If you're a competitive bodybuilder or an athlete, like a martial arts guy, then the benefits outweigh the risk. Yes, but otherwise for people that are just looking to become a fit vegan, I would recommend you to go for an exercise like the shrugs, where your spine actually stays in the same place while you're doing the movement. Whatever you do, please do not rotate your head like this for the warm-up movement, because you can really f*** up your spine. Your spine up there is a very delicate structure and you really don't want to f*** it up. Conclusion, these were my 7 top exercises for building muscle on a vegan diet. These are the deadlift, squat, bench press, lat pull down, military press, face pull, plank and shrugs. Also, if you want to become a fit vegan and finally transform your body in the most effective and sustainable way, click the link down below and sign up to join our exclusive group, on our app and get a consultation of yours truly. Right now it's only $9, so until next time. The mission of this YouTube channel is to put veganism across the goal line. If you want to help us achieve that, like and subscribe to this channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Let's make food production great again.